so chill. You know, he brings his guitar, he hangs out, but you know in his head, it's nonstop.
And my approach was to pretend that this is the only other time or episode we'll even see Boba Fett. And it needs to satisfy. I don't want to take for granted that he'll show up again later in other episodes. He needs to be all things right here, right now. That's what Boba Fett is all about.
People often ask me if I storyboard my movies. And El Mariachi, I didn't storyboard anything. Usually you make storyboards to communicate to your crew and to your actors what it is you're trying to accomplish. Even though I was a cartoonist, I'm not fast enough to draw all the storyboards needed for a feature. But I chose to do it myself because if you hire a storyboard artist, he's making your shots and your camera angles and in a lot of ways directing your movie for you. So to avoid that, if you can draw, do your own boards. If you can't draw, this alternate method, in a lot of ways I like it better. It's video storyboards. I'll take a video camera to a location, even if it wasn't finished, with the actor, with a DP, with anyone else who might gain anything from it, and actually show them the camera angles you're going to do. When you're actually filming the movie, there's so many people asking you questions, it's very hard to concentrate. If you do it ahead of time, you'll have a much clearer game plan of what you're going to do on the day of shooting. So as you see, I set up my camera kind of wide for the wide shot, and it's going to look just like this in the final picture because I'm the camera operator both on the video and in the final film. It just gets it kind of very clear in your head what it is you're going to be doing. Okay. I walk Antonio through it also. Excellent. And just start getting my shots. I mean, I know when he walks in, I want it to be a very strong entrance.
The whole goal was to treat this whole shoot like we would have on a superhero film reshoot, where you knew everything and what the story needed, because I've never been on a more efficient set than like the Iron Man reshoots.
Jon created a workflow where we could actually have previs, but for the whole episode, for every episode.
The directors had the opportunity to get involved much earlier than you normally would on a television show, and we combined them with their crew and with their editors, and together they would come up with a first cut of the show using virtual cinema.
I ended up turning a 3-page battle scene into a 9-minute battle scene because I was just that excited to be bringing Boba back. And I had an idea right away. I told Jon, you know, I've been waiting to see this version of Boba Fett since I was a kid. If Mando is a gunslinger, and Boba has to be different. He can't just seem like another Mando. You know, he has to move differently, feel different, occupy a completely different space, and have a weight and gravitas to him that shows why he's such a legend. I wanted him to live up to his name that we would whisper since we were kids. Boba needs to be a barbarian. So to illustrate what I was talking about, I took my Boba Fett and Stormtrooper Halloween costumes and put them on my sons and went into the backyard and filmed Boba's arrival. And since I didn't have stuntmen at my disposal, I used my Star Wars action figures because a picture is worth 1,000 words and helped me just communicate what I was going for with the crew. And when I first showed it to Jon and Dave Filoni, Dave said, "Wait a minute, were those just action figures I saw?" And I said, "Well, yeah, I didn't have anything else on hand." And he said, "No, you don't understand. That makes it the coolest animatic ever." And I just thought, these are my people. This episode needed to say, Boba is back. And that was my main personal mission.
With Rodriguez here. Season 2 of the Mandalorian.